Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since we've talked about Super Sentai, and I feel like hopefully I've not repeated myself on a few things on this, but I think we need Super Sentai, and regardless of how you feel, if it's Power Rangers, if you know the way that Toei has been, I think we need Super Sentai as well as other tokusatsu stuff. And we're not getting it right now, and I feel like that is a big enough shame. But before we begin, if you want to hit that like button, hit subscribe, check out the merch, let's just kind of jump straight into it. Now, believe it or not, Super Sentai has been around since 1993 in America as well as the rest of the world, with the introduction of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And even if you didn't know, like I never knew until I think when Ninja Storm kind of came out. That's when I was told about Super Sentai, but back then we didn't really have good enough internet to kind of look for this, and information was very kind of really rare. Now you can pretty much find everything straight away, including clips of what's coming up next, or series or toys or anything like that coming up. But literally we have no kind of official way to kind of really watch it. When looking into this, I know that Japan on Netflix has Super Sentai, and that's one of the main things. You can use a VPN to kind of get across to have a look. The one that I use doesn't kind of really work that well, but it literally Netflix boots me out and says, hey, you're not allowed to watch this right now, so double check and make sure you're okay. Allows me to watch American stuff. It's fantastic on that one. But in general, like if I wanted to sit down and go, oh, I want to watch Zyuranger, I want to watch Dairanger, go Kaija, whatever one that I wanted, I really can't. And I feel like this is a really missed opportunity when it comes to like Toei making more money, or when Toei just really wants to kind of put it on a streaming service. No, I didn't mention YouTube when I wrote this, but main thing like YouTube and Toei and all that, they're kind of uploading like 1 or 2 episodes, and then that's it of like one season. And I don't understand the kind of theory behind that, because that's just weird. Oh, I really want to watch the first 2 episodes and never again. So I think that maybe it's meant to be like a teaser or something like that, but to me, it just doesn't work. Now, back in the day, roughly around about last year, there were places where you could watch it. Not legally, but you could watch it and you can experience it. And these were a group of amazing people that would take the show and dub it or sub it, so we could actually follow on what's going on. But Toei has shut all that down because obviously the copyright laws and the piracy laws in Japan have completely changed, and no site really kind of wants to kind of like delve into that because no one wants to get sued. I don't think you would want to get sued by Toei, so obviously these sites have shut down and said no more, and that's absolutely fine. I can understand why they're doing it. But you kind of think that normally when a business does this sort of thing, they instantly take something down because they have their own thing. They have a site that they're going to upload. They've got like a streaming service or something like that. But as far as I know, outside of Japan, Toei doesn't have this. And this is a huge problem. Now, there are other elements in this because there are websites and companies like Shout Factory that were selling these official products of Blu-rays as well as DVDs. But from what I've heard, Hasbro came in and have shut this all down because they don't want Super Sentai getting out, because they own the rights all the way from Go Ranger all the way to probably, I think, Rear Soldier. And that's particularly it. They have probably other rights like Kamen Rider. But again, I think Shout Factory are the only ones doing Kamen Rider. But for Super Sentai at least, Hasbro own the rights and they're not wanting it to get out, which again is a really big thing because people were buying the Shout Factory stuff. Me personally, I was waiting until what was happening? Until they were going to go up to Go Kaija, and then I was going to buy that. But I think they stopped after Gao Ranger or something like that. But either way, they've stopped it. They're only selling what they've got, and then I think that's it. So therefore, it puts a price on the market for getting these DVDs and making it a lot harder. For me, I might try and find the one series that I kind of wanted to look for, Zyuranger, O-Ranger, and then anything else that kind of like piqued my interest. But mainly Hasbro have, I think, put down a thing where you can't buy them and they're not releasing it, which is a big problem because you think that you'd want money because people are now wanting it because they can't find it to watch. I know I would spend my money if I could have an entire series of such and such, because that's what I want. Shout Factory is one of the things now that you can easily buy from. I don't know if they ship anywhere outside of America, but they're currently doing the Kamen Rider Zeo or 01, I think it is, where they're turning around and they're obviously selling it on Blu-ray because they have the rights to that. And if it doesn't ship outside of America, I feel like this is kind of harder. I would much prefer an entire thing where you could easily go and like buy it and then you can view it. So I would love it. Now, I'm hoping at some point maybe Manga UK, which is now Funimation UK, or at least Funimation, would actually still kind of distribute this, because I do believe that this would be a thing that everybody would want. I know that I would love to buy these Blu-rays and actually have them, but again, I don't know if it's going to work on my computer or if it's going to work in my DVD player, because it's obviously American region. I have no idea. The thing is, people want Super Sentai, they want Tokusatsu, they want these products so much that they're willing to pirate them for a bit and then support the official release. They're buying the toys. There is a huge demand for Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, and any other Tokusatsu. I guarantee most pre-orders for these items for like premium Bandai come outside of Japan because people want them. So why hasn't Toei done something to say, hey, we're now releasing this properly, you can buy it anywhere, or you could easily stream it. Having a streaming service would be perfect. You've got it on Netflix, open it up to the rest of the world. I would love to see Super Sentai on Netflix, and I would probably watch it a lot more than my current run of Star Trek, either Deep Space Nine, The Next Generation, or Voyager. I would love to watch an entire series of Zyuranger, O-Ranger, Gokaiger, and actually have proper HD on this, or Blu-ray quality, or whatever it was. I would love this. So why isn't Toei kind of doing this? You think that because people want this, they would be like, oh, more money, let's do it. It's just very weird that they're not. So you might be thinking, could I buy this direct from the source from like places in Japan so I could buy it? Now, yes, you can buy Blu-rays and DVDs of these shows, but they're really expensive. And I'm not just joking, like they are expensive considering where you buy it. Now you can buy them direct from Amazon in Japan, get it shipped across the world. That's absolutely fine. I looked at CD Japan because that's the one website that I've been to. I couldn't find any of the Blu-rays or DVDs on Amazon at the time because, again, it could be completely different. The main thing is I looked at Zenkaiger. Zenkaiger is the most current one, and obviously when it goes out of print, it's a lot more expensive. Now, let's talk about it. So I wrote all this down. So as of time of this recording, which is the 1st of March 2022, a DVD which will contain at least probably 4 episodes, and that's it, will cost you around about 4,800 yen, 4,800 yen, which is £31 or $41. If you look at it like that, that's a lot of money to drop on one. And if they have multiple, and don't forget, they have roughly around about up to 45 to 50 episodes, that's expensive. So you're looking at, for Blu-ray, 22,800 yen or 19,800. Hope I got that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Numbers confusing. You've got literally that, which is roughly comes out at 22,800 yen. You have what it is $197, or in England it's 147. That's quite expensive, or 19,800, which is £128 or $171. Again, very expensive if you want an entire collection. So I wouldn't want to drop that much money on a series where I know that I could stream it, or I could buy, like, say, if Shout Factory did it, which would have all the other episodes, which would be a lot cheaper. So going down the Japanese route of buying this, I would not suggest it. Not unless you really do love the series and you want to buy it and preserve it, but it's expensive if you're going to do it. Again, numbers. Normally with as much toys, as much product, or with bills to pay, I wouldn't want to be paying those prices because they're too extortionate. Like, in Japan, it might be dirt cheap to buy this, but I know I wouldn't want to buy media, and considering how much that you can buy certain series or certain box sets in America or the UK, it's 10 times cheaper, or it's a fraction of the price to collect these things. And again, Toei could be making a lot of money, apart from selling it in Japan, where they could stream this for a certain amount. You could put it on any other website, Netflix, Crunchyroll, whatever streaming website. Now, there are sites out there in America, I think like it begins with Riku or Roku. You can get it on there, but if you don't have that, and I've looked in the UK for those apps that we've got, and no Super Sentai on there. So again, it could just be a region specific thing. To me, Netflix would be the best place. You have that on there already. Flip a switch so everybody can see it. People would enjoy it and want it a lot more. But I do kind of feel that Toei lives in the past, where they think that anyone can steal their stuff and make money off it, or they're like, oh no, we don't want this. And I feel like a lot of companies, not in Japan at least, do kind of think this, like, this is our stuff, we don't want anyone else to have it. And I feel like you could easily make more money. You know, if people didn't have Netflix and they wanted to watch it, they would probably sign up for a Netflix account to watch these shows and other ones that kind of come up. Anime, K or J dramas are very popular. People want to see this sort of stuff, so you could easily do it. Look at Squid Game. Look at, I think it's like All of Us Are Dead. These are great shows that are on Netflix right now that you could easily go watch, and people want it. So again, why aren't companies like Toei actually releasing their media so everyone can enjoy it, and it boosts up toy sales that you can? Why would you want to buy a Power Ranger item when you could buy the Super Sentai item, which is a lot better depending on what it is? It's a money maker thing. I just don't understand why no one in Japan has really properly embraced this. But yeah, I think that's it. Everything goes up if you start putting up on these things. People want to buy the toys, people want to consume the media. You'd have more people signing up for a said service. I know a lot of the fandom would do this, including me. I would pay for another streaming service if I could watch Super Sentai, because there's so much out there and it's such a decent show, and as well as more tokusatsu that I could easily start enjoying. You know, I could get into Kamen Rider properly again and actually go through all the ones that I've missed. But I think I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that we need a streaming platform for all tokusatsu or just Super Sentai? Would you watch it? Would you support it? Would you buy my badly named numbered DVDs and Blu-rays that you can buy all the way from CD Japan or from Amazon Japan? What would you do? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit like, favorite, comment and subscribe. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you in a couple of days.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。